I am 1/4 Ojibwe, my grandmother, she's full. So I grew up going to Native American education in LAUSD, and they really emphasized like the natural relationship, and that was kind of like the beginning. I would do really long walks at a young age, probably like 5th or 6th grade, like through the forest. And I had like a feeling of either I was being seen by the plants around me or that something was like trying to speak to me. I would spend a long time out there and just like listening to the wind and just like really laying there and just being still. And I think I really carried that feeling with me. It really started my attraction to plants. It feels like communication, almost like unspoken communication. Hi, my name is Melina Lydia. I actually just graduated from UCSC. Go banana slugs. I was a plant science and literature major, so I'm really big on science communication. I'm really into ethnobotany and kind of like molecular labs right now. I currently work as a molecular lab technician in the Meyer lab and working with Cal eDNA. And hopefully I would love to get my PhD and do a lot of plant research in the future. Today we are looking for the Manzanita shrub, the tiny apples shrub. Okay, so this is a Manzanita bush. It's from the family Ericaceae, and here it's red berries. It's actually growing along an oak, which is like right here. You can tell by the oak leaves here, which have like these little points on them. Let me rub this dust off. It's a really nice dark green color. They're actually really sharp, and this is an auxiliary bud. And they're super different from the Manzanita leaf, which has no serrated edges. It has a smooth margin, and they have a pointed end. And the Manzanita protects the oak saplings from deer and other animals that might want to eat the acorns, and it really gives a chance for the tree to grow and potentially get really big and become a full-grown tree. When identifying a Manzanita in general, you can kind of go from the alternate leaf patterns that they have, and the berries kind of come out in these umbels, and umbels are kind of like when a bunch of flowers will sprout out from the end of the bud. They are a little dusty. We're on a trail that's like frequently used and also used by horses, so definitely kicks off a lot of dust. When you just wipe the dust off, they have like a dark green color, and you can see that the newer leaves actually have like a red tint to them. Another identification factor of the Manzanita is the fact that it has this deep dark reddish bark that's like really easy to spot out. Younger trees will definitely have like this peeling effect to their bark, but as they mature out, the bark actually tends to smooth over. It's in the northern coastal areas. It's also in the Sierra Nevada foothills and the Cascades. Similar to how these berries are really formed close together, the flowers are shaped in these like urn, umbel shapes. They kind of go like a bell. It's really popular for Ericaceae. All of their plants in that family have that same flower shape. So once they are pollinated by bees and also hummingbirds, the berries grow and they're like all together in these clumps. And then these berries can be collected and made into jellies, jams, pies, ciders. They also have like medicinal uses, like their bark can be soaked and made into tea. The leaves can also be boiled down and used as syrups. The Ojibwe people actually use the bark tea to try and cure internal blood diseases. People would actually mix the leaves along with their tobacco that they were smoking, and then the leaves can be collected in the early summer. In order to harvest them, you wouldn't really harvest these because of like there's dirt on them, and also they're not like bright red, which like these ones over here would be more ideal, but you would basically just cup your hand around them and shake it, and then all the berries would just fall into your hand. These are actually some buds. Oh. These are buds over here, and this is kind of like what the umbel is, like they're all connected at one base. Yeah, so this is an example of one that is really small. It's almost as tall as me. I'm 5'2". And then there's an example of one that's actually probably like 10 feet tall. It looks great, and you can tell it's a manzanita from its reddish bark. Because I never really had anyone to like tell me verbally any information or like how to identify things. I really just kind of, with my own curiosity, like sought out books and other identification tools to help me forage. Books that kind of like talk about ethnobotany and about like native uses, and also just like edible and medicinal uses can really help just like broaden your perspective on ways that we can use plants. It helps eliminate plant blindness. All of these books, well, most of them I checked out from like a public library, and so there's so many resources out there that can help you like get into foraging, and just like they helped me, and then also help deepen like your relationship and like understanding of like what they've done for humans for so long and like what they can continue to do in the future.